Yeah, after having had as many conversations with you, it seems like your own definition of race and your own definition of racialization are speaking to a lot of the my central points about those very things, which I guess it's surprising me, but it's not surprising me because I've been telling you that there are times when I feel like we are more in agreement than is like
No,
readily
I've been telling
noticeable.
you. I've been
But
telling you. I mean, yeah, we established that like our first Zoom. We see things differently, but 100%. Um, that's why I think sometimes like the way you phrase things, the way I phrase things are like semantics at the end of the day. And like all these labels are just like another label to be. And it's like for me, I'm like at the end goal, I'm like, she wants people to see people's character and like race is arbitrary. And I'm like, race is arbitrary. See people for their character and their individual. So I think you're seeing like I'm not shocked at all. I think more for you, it's being revealed that my mindset, even though I might not agree, or not, I won't say agree. I'm not going to say agree. I'm open to having it settle down more. But even though I don't subscribe, I guess, to racelessness, so to speak, I think our end goal is like parallel.
oh yeah.
So when you talk, I'm like, but it's strange for me that like when if I say like something, you I don't know, it's like I think we're saying the same thing, but you don't hear it the same sometimes, I feel.
No, the funny part is I do hear it, and it seems to be coming like how you're articulating it becomes more clearly aligned with my argument, which then the surprise is how we still come to the different conclusions that we come to. Um, because
Oh,
if
Dr.
one,
Mason,
yes,
it's because we're not the same. We're individuals. We have
yes,
different point of views, which we are proponents for. So I don't
yes,
see the things the same way necessarily as you, and vice versa. And you don't have to. Like, if you don't see things the way I see it, but at the end goal is what I hope for America, and then I'm like, psh, as long as she wants that end goal, I'm good. It's all
yeah.
good.
I mean, like, yes to all of that, right? Um, but it's still a fascinating happening for me that people can recognize the same problem, name it in a way that's similar, not the same, but like similar enough, right? And then come to vastly different and I think ironic conclusions because it is my stated position that the reconstructionists, like, yes, we should have different ways and we're human beings, so we're going to think differently and we should. But I
Mhm.
do think toward the goal of what I identify as liberation, we do have to have more than just the shared interests. Our strategies for how do we get there have to align more in order for us to actually make the progress that we want. Otherwise, we'll stay sort
Is
of, I don't know, like stagnant to a certain extent.
Yeah, I don't think we'll stay stagnant at all. I wonder if you're perplexed because perhaps racelessness is like another shade of reconstruction. Like it's not as different. Like it maybe the way that you frame it and your theory is, I wonder if that's perplexing. And I'm sure we're going to get into philosophies that you broke down awesomely. And I learned a lot because I'm like,
Good.
I'm these things, I have no idea. But I wonder, I'm like, is racelessness just like under the umbrella of reconstruction, but maybe a more radical version of it? But
Yes.
at the same, so it is.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
Dr. Carter would tell you that it is a form of reconstruction, but the ultimate goal is elimination. But how do you get to elimination? It's not a overnight like bam, everything is done. You have to actually do some reconstructive work to
And
get there.
I think that